So when you really get good with this device, you can relax. You start to notice that there's different responses based on different skin pigmentations.
Mm-hmm.
So darker the skin pigmentation, what you want is at a lower level and a greater depth, because there tends to be a response. Have you seen people have keloids?
Mm-hmm.
So that tends to be a response. So you want to be a little bit more gentle when you're actually initiating the microneedling, but you want to go to deeper levels. So in this setting, you want to have lower energy but a greater depth. Okay, go ahead. Where are you guys coming from?
Maryville.
Maryville? Okay, it's not too far. So it has a standby mode just to make sure everything is okay.
Should I keep my eyes closed?
You can. Basically, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do so you can see it. So as you can see, this is the skin layer that we're working on right here, just before the eye. Your eyeball is right over here. So the way we want to penetrate the skin under the eye is to stretch it out, and then as we're about to make the penetration, tilt it.
Gotcha.
Tilt it away. So we're maximizing the penetration of the skin underneath the eye while avoiding the sensitive eye underneath it.
Gotcha.
And it'll sound like this. Okay, so that's how you know the needling is going. Okay, ready? How was that?
Don't do anything.
How was that?
Okay.
Do you notice how when we're making the penetration that it's distinctly faced away from your eye,
Yep.
but it's getting the skin right there? So the idea behind that is you want to maximize the surface area of the skin that you're going to be penetrating while angling the device at the very end to avoid the sensitive organs. Okay, look over here. How was that? So you see, as I get closer here, what I want to do is I want to start stretching it out. So there you have maximum penetration. Okay, so we got that layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to increase the energy level just slightly, and then increase the depth. How are you feeling?
Good.
Is this at all uncomfortable for you?
Not at all.
Okay. Can you feel the greater depth penetration? How does that? How does the greater depth penetration feel?
It's still smooth, no pain, no.
Still pretty smooth.
Yeah.
If you want to come here, you can zoom in on the skin here. If you want to take a quicker look here, what you can see is if you look at the suborbital skin relative to the skin over here, you'll notice that it's a more smoother tone. This is what happens when you promote collagen synthesis through the microneedling. You're puncturing the skin, so you have a smoother skin relative to other parts over here. So at this point, because it just immediately happened, it's quite noticeable. And with just one pass that we had here with the greater depth penetration, you can see that the wrinkling is starting to smooth out a little more. You have good skin.
Would it take before it's complete?
Say that again?
How many settings do you have to take?
For this to be lasting over the course of months, it would be every 2 weeks, 3 settings. How does that feel? If you want to come here and you can take a look around here, what I'm doing is I'm essentially playing along the line of his eyelid. So as you can see, if I pull too much, I'll open his eye. If I pull too little, I won't get the right layer of skin. So what I do is I put just the right amount of force to get that flat surface, apply the device, angle it away from the eye. How does that feel?
Okay.
So again, you can see the difference in the skin right underneath the eyelid relative to over here.
Yeah.
So
How do you feel?
will I notice anything like in days to come?
Probably for the rest of this week and going into next week, you'll notice that you have less wrinkles under your eyelids. You'll probably subconsciously think, oh, I don't feel as tired, or I don't have the bags under my eyes. That's the collagen tightening the skin under your eyes.
So how much would a treatment like this normally cost?
Like per cycle, it's like 500-600 or something of that nature. Danny has the exact pricing on that.
Okay.
But what we would do is we'd do the entire
Gotcha.
face over here. So that would be the 500-600 just for this alone. You know, you don't want to do everything else because you know to maximize the collagen rejuvenation here, you want these skin cells to then these skin cells that hey, let's time to repair. Because right now all you're having is just the collagen repair underneath here. So there'll be limited effect relative to if there is everywhere. So the way this would work is you feel the skin here and you notice that there's more thickness as you get lower here. So we'd use a higher depth and a higher energy to tighten it up here. And then we'd play along the jawline. Here we'd use lower energy because there's less skin. Here we use lower energy because there's less fat underneath the skin. So you basically adjust to the contours of the skin and the relative fat pads underneath the skin itself.
So on a yearly basis, how many treatments would you recommend?
Just 3, because then if you overdo it too much, then you'll desensitize to the effect itself.
Okay.
Right? Right this way.